focusing on critical event management. This is mainly used by risk teams across the global corporations to ensure that their people, their assets, and their supply chains are safe. This platform has been developed in-house with the support from veterans, alumni from IIT and IM and London School of Economics alumni. Currently, more than 150 global corporations uses this platform for proactive monitoring and managing their supply chain risks. Amongst them, almost 50 are global top 200 companies. What I'm going to do is very quickly take you through what problem was existing in the market, what we have solved, how we have solved it, what kind of innovations has been done. Then I'll hand it over to Abhijit to take you through the tech journey of the entire platform, and we'll very quickly show you how the platform looks like. And lastly, I'll talk about the impact and the kind of market scalability this platform has. And lastly, we'll be happy to take your inputs and suggestions, mainly to make this platform, which is a Make in India platform, a really global platform. So basically, most of the businesses are prone to so many.
Pawan, we just lost you. We are not able to hear you.
Mr. Pawan, can we stop the timer? Yeah.
Pawan, are you there, or should I take it on?
Sir, I guess his internet has some problem. Would you like to please proceed?
Yeah, essentially.
So just a minute, sir. I guess the presentation is from Pawan, who has been shared the presentation, right?
Yeah.
Gavin, if you can just stop, the spotlight can be removed from him, and
yeah. So my name is Sam. I'm the other co-founder. So these things happen. So I'll just briefly explain. Essentially, all businesses are prone to an array of risks: geopolitical risks, socio-economic, environmental, technological, regulatory, security, safety risks. And there were some platforms existing. So essentially, they had two challenges. Their understanding of India and Asia was very, very, I would say, not great. So if something happens in Kashmir, they would kind of put Chennai out of bounds for travel. Essentially, Asia, multilingual, multicultural. So one was that their understanding of the geopolitical, the security, the risk landscape of Asia was this. And second is that because of the human costs involved, they went too much the platform way. So they removed the human element out of it. So essentially what we did is we built an AI-enabled platform that helps organizations proactively monitor whole array of geopolitical, socio-economic, environmental, technological, regulatory risks.
Mr. Sam, sorry to interrupt. We need a presentation to be loaded.
I will just, Sam, should I share that?
Sure. Yes.
No, Ranjit, can you please share it?
I will just do that, sir.
Thank you. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So
are you able to see it?
Yes, sir.
Can you move to the next screen? Yeah. So essentially, this as we said, this platform is designed by alumni of IIT, IIM, LSE, and Stanford. It's a real-time intelligence platform. It provides customized risk alerts from open source, publicly available data, along with human curated advice. So purposely we retained human beings because we wanted first layer to quickly remove all the misinformation, disinformation, and make sure that it is relevant. And then second is that it is a 100% made in India platform. It is used by 50 of the top 100 global corporations. So very quickly, can we go to the next slide? So how do we do? Essentially, we collect data from thousands of sources, and then we have a data filtering model. Pawan, are you there? Can you go back?
I'm there. I'm there.
So you can take
Abhijit,
it.
please take over, Abhijit. Yeah.
No, Pawan.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So how we use AI in our data pipeline? The first is we have database made of more than 20,000 sources available in visible web, and we monitor them with a frequency of less than 12 minutes. The second, then it is passed on to our our machine learning model. It is trained for collecting the operational risk events for over 40 plus languages. So it basically identifies and collects the risk events that we monitor, that Sam sir was speaking, from civil disturbance, natural hazards, etc., which can lead to a business disruption. So once this filtration happens, then it is given to, we use NLP for article level processing. So what we do is we we do the semantic annotation, we collect the date from those sources, detection of exact article location, then the article translation happens, and then all the duplicate articles are clustered together. Finally, then we create the event which can be forwarded to our all clients. We cluster all the relevant events, event formation takes place, and we have a template which will be created to give a top level overview of what is happening and what could lead to a business disruption. And all the major topics, like what is happening right now in Calcutta. So one thing led to a civil disturbance, led to a travel disturbance and everything. So all that topics can be created to give a complete overview of risk on the ground, which could lead to a business disruption. And finally, as sir said, we have a human layer, that manual intervention we provide to maintain a complete accuracy. And finally, we provide the risk intelligence with either with the APIs or with the platform and mobile interface. Now I'll quickly take you to take 2 minutes, only 1 minute, just to show you the glance of how we. You cannot share the screen. Can I share my screen so that I can just quickly show you the platform?
Yes, sir, you can. The timer is on. Please do have a watch on the time, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure. So we have 3 minutes, Abhijit.
Yes. So can you see the platform?
Yes, we are able to
Yeah.
see this.
Yeah. So here, this is how we are populating all the risk events across multiple geographies. On left-hand side, you can see we have 3 distinct screens. The first screen gives you all the risk events from your subscribed geography to monitor. Second screen is a proximity alert screen. We allow clients to map their assets, and they can focus on only those risk events which have the probability of impacting their offices or the asset locations. And the third screen is a watchlist alert screen for monitoring all the live or active events, like what is happening in West Bengal or the major Maratha protest that was ongoing for more than 24 hours. So that's how this platform provides the complete overview of the events. And on the right hand side, you can have access to request analysis, so that you can get in touch with our esteemed team of analysts and request for the detailed analysis on those events. So the platform provides near real time events as a heads up, so that you can start preparing the mitigation actions and the access to analysts to get the detailed analysis. And also, using this particular data that we have, a curated data of these risk events, you can also use the data analytics platform to get the overview. So for example, I want to check the civil disturbance vulnerability of Maharashtra for civil disturbance. So that's how you can check the entire timeline using our data in August or in June, what the timeline was, which are the main locations in Maharashtra which were impacted by the civil disturbance. Overall, the heat map of Maharashtra, where exactly the concentration of civil disturbance related events happened, what were the intensity of the events, like how much was the impact, whether it was crucial or notification level, mainly whether it is vulnerable to a protest, strike, rallies, riots. All these categories can be found out. You can also access all the events. You can see more than 200 events were reported in Maharashtra in last quarter. So this is how you can use the analytics to do the comprehensive assessment, trend analysis, and everything. So that's how the platform is using best of both worlds. The artificial intelligence is taking care of the technology, and then the human intelligence part is provided to do the curated analysis. So back to you, Ponsa. Yeah.
Yeah, can I just share very quickly? Yeah.
We have 1 minute, sir.
Yes. So is the screen visible? Sorry.
Oh, yeah, not yet, sir. Few
Um,
seconds, sir.
Sorry, I'm not able to.
So do you
Should I
want to
do it,
use
sir?
any closing remarks, sir? Because
Yeah, I'll
it's few
just
seconds.
so that it's a global platform, very established in India, but it can go global. Also, the in terms of social impact, this is basically this takes care of it can prevent and preempt a lot of events where corporations and their risk teams can take care of. So that the risks can be reduced to their people. It can save lives, it can save money for the companies, and it can also improve the resiliency. It can lead to a sustainable resilience model. It is truly a Make in India product, but it can be on a global platform. It can be something which India can be proud of. I think that's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Time's up for the presentation. Now we start with Q&A. Can we have the timer for the Q&A? Thank you. Mr. Sam, would you like to turn on your video as well, sir? Please, Juras, we open for questions. Professor Zhang, would you like to go first?
Oh, sure. It's a very nice platform. So I really like it. And it's a very nice way to show the very essential information for multiple purposes. So first of all, who are your existing customers? I just try to see how they can make use of this platform. The second question is, this platform is very informative, but relative to different for different purposes, right? We know different kinds of information would be relevant, and how to make use of such information for that particular purpose is also another problem. I just try to see whether you address this problem in the current platform. Thank you.
Great question. I think both the questions are great. In terms of clients, we work with almost all sectors, right? From banking, financial institutions, to technology companies, to data centers, to supply chain companies, to pharma companies, FMCGs, all are our clients, and all top companies are clients. Because anywhere the people is there, travel is there, supply chain is there, assets are there, this becomes useful. Now, who uses typically the three buckets? The risk teams uses this, their security teams uses this, and their transportation or their supply chain, who manages the supply chain uses this platform. That is a part one of the question. Second part is the problem was most of the global platforms were giving data, it was information, and then you figure out what is to be done. And that was not okay with most of the companies. So what we have done is the human layer. So now we have specialists. So if we have FMCG, then we have specialists of FMCG, or if they are pharma, then we have specialists on pharma who understand their supply chain, their problems. Because maybe a protest in a region, maybe incident might be same, but the impact for a FMCG versus a pharma company to a data center, the impact can be very, very different. So that's why the human layer becomes very, very important. So that humans are very, very critical to the entire thing. And the intelligence we are trying to codify and trying to build the models around it, but still humans becomes very relevant in this context, so that they can contextualize the inputs and then they can service various sectors. I hope I have been able to answer your question.
So very quickly, if I can just add to that, let's say volcanic eruption happens, then the impact on the airline industry will be very different. Or there is some shipping disruption by Houthis in the Red Sea or Suez Canal. Then logistic companies will be very differently impacted vis-a-vis, let's say, IT or ITES company. So therefore, we try to contextualize in the context of what the customer's unique requirements are, and view the risk from that angle and provide mitigation recommendations accordingly.
Yes, perfect. Thank you. That's the exact answer to my question. So just one, I think maybe you already did it. So even the second part can be done by machine learning, right? You can automatically identify those key factors that have to pay attention to for a particular purpose. And such information is also in the historical data. So I mean, given any specific requirement, your platform can also directly outproduce, right, those essential factors and the quantitative model, so that everything is kind of quick and transparent for the particular client. So, but it's beautiful. Thank you.
That's excellent. That's excellent point, Professor. And we use that. About 70 to 80% comes generated. For example, if a flood happens, or tomorrow is going to be a high tide and rains in Mumbai, send your people home, do this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But just that fine expertise of human beings, honed over, 20 years in military, special forces, law enforcement, being in those tough situations. So that adds that 15, 20% last. Bulk of heavy lifting is done by the machine. But that's a great
Wonderful. Very, very exciting. Thank you.
Mr. Darian, so your question?
So this human in loop is really very critical for such kind of applications. And it's really wonderful work you have done. Now, since this is an innovation award, we have understood a couple of innovations, but we would like to hear, say, 4 or 5 key innovations which differentiate your platform from other similar platforms which are there out there in the market. Very briefly.
Oh, anyone would like to take this?
Okay, so first, it's a completely made in India platform, but it is made by all Indians with different exposures. Somebody brings in the learnings from the American market.
Yeah, got it.
Okay.
What are others?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. May I answer this?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, so the first differentiation is on data. So no other platform, our key differentiation lies on 2 layers of human analysts. So even though we use the artificial intelligence, the data is curated by 2 layers. So when the finally client receives it, you don't have to worry about the authentication and reliability. So speed, reliability, and accuracy that we focus on, that is the first part. Second is the features. So there is another problem in the business, that there is too much sharing of information. The platform provides complete customization. So today you want to customize your platform according to your needs, you can do that. And then you can also personalize what data you want to receive. So today you are based in out of Mumbai and you want to receive only Mumbai related alerts, you can do that. Tomorrow you are traveling to Delhi, you can do that. So that is the second. And third, we have provided multiple gateways to reach out to our team of analysts 24/7. So there is no possible way that everything can be done, on a real time. So you suppose there is a immediate bespoke reports. So suddenly, like what happened when there was a strike and the Israel situation or a Ukraine situation. So no algorithm can predict whether Russia was going to attack Ukraine or not. But once it attacked, then you need a bespoke report that needs to created from the expertise of the human analyst. That's where we provide multiple gateways to reach out to our analysts to create the bespoke reports, to create the detailed specific tribe.
And what is the recency of this platform? When did you build this platform?
So this is a 4-year. We started building up 4 years back. This
Okay.
thing, how it is being used by a lot of.
Thank you. Wonderful work.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
Thank you very much, sir.
Dr. Fatma, your question. Dr. Fatma, do you have a question? No worries. We'll take a follow-up question in case. Ma'am, do check if my speaking on mute.
Yeah, can you hear me
Yeah.
now?
Yes.
Well, the idea is fantastic, and but I think he needs to work a little bit toward how business can make use of it in terms of return on investment. The concept used is really good. I like the platform that they have used there, and probably there is need for to emphasize a little more on the social part and how it is going to impact other people.
So that's a feedback. However, if you have a statement, will you have a statement for it, Mr. Bhavan?
Yes, I think absolutely point what you're absolutely valid input and great feedback on this. So we are working towards that. So the whole idea of moving to climate, sorry, I got cut. The climate risk part of it, that is where we can actually make a lot of difference to businesses, people, and actual social impact on that. That is what we are working on. We have already tied with climate resiliency, which is CropSea in India, which usually use the satellite data to prevent the lightning, thunder, this thing, where we can actually preempt in any location or any geographies, any kind of disruption due to climate, which is going to happen, and also preempt maybe next 10 years, 15 years, 20 years for your critical infrastructure, what all mitigation measures you need to take for critical infrastructure. We are already building towards that.
We had a full slide on that did not kind of show up. Ranjit was trying to put together. So we had put the human aspect in terms of employment. We wanted 2 layers of humans because, we also want to, machines should not be seen as the job destroyers. How can we use the best of machines and humans to put that employment? How can we tackle the most important, risks, including climate risks? And we are also made the architecture in a way that we can, combine with other open source platforms and other people willing to join us in a good cause, so that together we can multiply the impact of what we do.
And just to add on, sir,
Subscription model?
Pardon?
Your revenue model is a subscription model?
Yes, a subscription. We already are at closing $2 million in revenue.
Okay.
And growing what 100% year on year on this.
Okay, wonderful. Now, since there are a lot of, in such a scenario, there are a lot of component which also includes a geopolitical situation which cannot be captured by just reading the news and other stuff. I think since you are bringing human into the AI loop, those kind of consultative approach you can also extend to various large organizations.
Absolutely.
Wonderful work. Keep it up. Wish you good luck.
Really appreciate
you.
all the feedbacks. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, team.
Thank you.
Team, we have shared a